Well, hello, and welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. Yes. I guess I should fight the boss or something like that. You already know who take this spot.
Don't be
Basically,
nervous.
they made Firefly.
Just cooperate with me like you did before.
Trailblazer. Or maybe they made it vice versa, I'm not sure.
Let the show begin.
Anyway, today's agenda.
I'm so everything.
We will
To ashes!
do something. And that something is Emo
Changes
Doll.
everything.
But where are the Emo Dolls?
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Gather as one. Set the seeds of flame!
Ready to be crushed. Time for the old world to collapse.
Fight to live!
Felt all the touch.
Yin and yang.
You won't get away. Let the show begin.
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Until everything burns to ashes!
Engulf the past. Let's improvise. Power translates into hope.
Human creations.
So close
And
to break.
awaken. Set the seeds of flame.
Oh, there we go. Oh, it did. Yeah, I think it's just the Elks Parlor. I've done the theater.
To brave new world.
Done
Dreams do
Dreams
come
Not Scream.
Let the show begin.
Just be puzzle. Oh yeah, I also done Scorched. It wasn't
You will not take away our hope.
Fight to live!
You won't get away.
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Human creations. Yin and yang.
You won't get away. Let the show begin.
Until everything burns to ashes!
The only redemption.
Fight to
Let's improvise.
how good for her.
Power translates into
She'll die
hope.
when it's fireflies.
Yin and yang. Set the seeds of flame.
You won't get away.
Fight to live!
They deceived me.
Until everything burns to ashes!
The Stellaron changes everything. Dreams do come true.
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Converge and awaken! Fight to live!
Ready to be crushed.
Attack detected!
Time for the old world to collapse. Let's improvise. your hope.
Yin and yang. Set the seeds of flame.
Dreams do come true. Let the show begin.
Together as one. Fight to live.
Deceived me.
210. The she broke 10 did super free. That's a bit crazy. Anyway. Let's change to another team. Damn it. Alright. Let's head over to Penacony. Yeah, it's just the Tartalov left. I haven't actually been doing the Tartalov actually. I know I've been doing
It's
quests
still
and shit.
early. Where to now?
Not actually emu dolls. Legendary radiant. No, it's Tartalov, you piece of shit. Look at it. Look how brilliant it is. Am I dreaming? Yes, you are.
Keep it down. Let me catch a few more seeds.
It's the radiant. No. Trotter atop a dream bubble. These trotters appear to be throwing a party by the pool, bequeathing luck upon their spectators. It's as if each trotter has its own personality and story. You fantasize about a being before you, roam the world to eventually end up in Penacony. You become the ambassador of this flying ship. You are moved, you are truly alone for the world still has so many creatures that understand. Just going in the water. Fuck away from me. Search for Calypso. I heard that name before, but I don't remember from what. I heard someone saying there was something in the pool. Anyway, it was pretty dangerous. I heard that too. Good thing we haven't been in the pool lately. I had a splitting headache after slipping, so I cancelled my plans to swim. I lucked out. Come to think of it, that's life, I suppose. Sometimes it's hard not to believe in such things. How can it be dangerous? You're in a dream. Hyacinth. But is this a past contained within Memoria, or a trait of the memory zone itself? She doesn't notice your approach at all. You really shouldn't make a habit out of this. Say hello. What happened to the theft detection? Despite the lack of activity right now, your presence is apparently enough to put her on alert. Oh, hello. Did someone tell you about our memory zone diving activity? I hope they didn't exaggerate. I want to meet the wisest person in history during my dive. If that's what you were hoping for, you'd be sorely disappointed. Memory zone diving is not the same as experiencing a dream bubble. Pure memory retains the past without any embellishment or standpoints. It's what makes it so thought-provoking and dangerous. Of course, if that's what you're here for, I'd be happy to give you a comprehensive tour. You can enjoy the experience at half price right now too. Trying to sell me things on my ship? You're going overboard. Oh, I almost forgot. Actually, if you help me take note of some small details, I can offer you the experience for free instead. Small details? I want to chat with you. Oh? You look interested. I'm interested. As long as it's free. I feel the same way. One day during recess in school... Wait, I'm getting sidetracked. Let me start over from the beginning. You can experience this for free if you fulfill some conditions. You already know the nature of the memory zone, right? I know you can see and touch the shadows of those who have become memories. These include the microorganisms mankind have encountered throughout history, which are also capable of latching on to memoria. Meaning I'm more than happy to provide you all the support you need for your free memory zone dive. All you need to do is find these invisible little creatures during your course of your dive, get in touch with them, and bring them back with you to show me. Of course, I understand adding conditions to a recreational activity will suck all the fun out of it, so I'll give you some time to think about it. I wonder if, since everyone was put into a dream by Enna, you know, that one time, would animals nearby be put into dreams? Like, would Pom Pom technically be in the dream?
This is the legendary.
Technically, right. They don't necessarily have to take their own form. Weird. Anyway.
So the memory zone depths
Maybe we
look
don't
like
actually
this.
know more than they do. Anyway. It's time to be angry. Due to the indefinite nature of the memory zone, our publication is unable to accept any conclusions that stem from dreamscape research. Additionally, we are concerned that some of the information came from questionable sources. What kind of excuse is that? Are they really so short-sighted they can't see the value of my research? You know, that reminds me. What sort of an answer is that? Maybe they should add some NPCs in here that needs to touch some grass. A drop of water can contain over 30,000 microorganisms. A whole biome right under our noses, and yet there are people who turn a blind eye to it. Yeah. Do they dream though? I don't know, I'm not sure if they dream though.
So the memory
Check that
zone
again.
depths look like
Did
this.
they even read the whole thing? I wonder where he found this virus. I can talk about it. It's surprising to be sure, but all I have is conjecture right now. A client of mine went memory zone diving. When he came back up, he brought with him microorganisms I've never seen before. Owing to the chaos of the dreamscape, they were damaged and incomplete, but having examined them, I'm certain they're some kind of inactivated virus. Isn't that not a good thing? They're not just any virus. These are man-made. A perfect virus. To wipe out humanity? I can't even begin to explain the complexities involved in creating this. Nurgle would like a word. It's as if some kind of will freely manipulate everything at a microscopic level. Then, after some trial and error, isolated the deepest calamitous fear and made it real. Turn the fear into reality. Maybe this virus devastated a planet or star system once upon a time, and those infected fled from there. Then by coincidence, the painful memories of these individuals were deposited here, permanently etched in the depths of the memory zone. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm making too many baseless assumptions again. Well, they were hit by a plague. The plague was so bad that they left. but they still remember the plague, so then the intense emotion brought forth the plague here manifested, but in activated version. God damn. Fleeting happiness.
So the memory zone depths look like this.
Too bad we don't have more samples. This is truly astonishing. Anyway. Yeah, it's time to be sad that there's no more samples. For a brief moment you thought your clockwork malfunctioned. She doesn't look sad at all. Oh, I have a new discovery for you. Maybe it'll get you more interested in memory zone diving? With great care, she removes a sealed tube-shaped container from her pocket and opens it. Was that the virus? Watch. 3, 2. Before she can finish her countdown, fluorescent spots light up across the tube-shaped container. They are very bright, but quickly fade. That's it. You just witnessed the entire lifespan of a certain life form. You come from a planet of eternal night and only have a lifespan of about 15 minutes. In those 15 minutes, apart from assuring the continuation of their species, they spend the rest of their time collecting the energy required to create a flash of light. The same light that would also end their lives. Their bodies just don't have the capacity to contain so much energy. Fireflies, huh? On that planet shrouded in eternal dark, heroes of yore walked the paths created by these fluorescent lights to clearly see the fangs of ferocious beasts, and win back peace for the people. Beats? Ferocious beats. Beats. Anyway. Created by they walk the paths created by these fluorescent lights. I think she's talking about Monster Hunter. Huh? It's not Eternal Night though, but they couldn't make a Monster Hunter planet in an Eternal Night type of area. But the lights you saw in the container didn't come from all of them. There were some who couldn't produce a glimmer of light even after a lifetime of trying. They were just too small. Together in the darkness, they strove toward the same end, just for that one moment of brilliance. A look of sadness finally shows on her face. Maybe even a researcher indulges in fantasy needs data to support their sadness first. That's pretty nice. Even though it's sad. For her at least. It's such a shit evolution. With this evolution, you won't survive. In fact, it'll kill you faster. What a shitty evolution. There we go. Just a me, financial expert. How do you feel standing so high up, my friend? Do you also enjoy taking measure of the scale of the world? Or maybe you enjoy watching the clouds disperse without a trace after we bump into them? There are no clouds here, it's a dream. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not a hired poet. It's just, sometimes I can't help but feel everything we own is like these clouds. We have to take action to protect them from their fragility. Would you like my business card? You won't regret it. I'm Jessamy, a professional financial advisor. As for what I just said, there's something unique about you, so it didn't feel right getting straight to the point. Of course, no one likes a self-murder, so if you really are just here to watch the clouds, I won't say more. Or chat with you. No problem. I don't mean to be rude, but I can tell just by looking at you that you're the chivalrous type. No? Perhaps you prefer more exciting investment proposals? She leans in closer and lowers her voice. Ooh. If you don't mind investing outside Pentaconny, I have plenty of other options for you. I can't tell you the name, but a certain planet's on the verge of a military coup. Didn't I hear about this? Didn't I talk to the arms dealer that gave arms to perform the military coup? If we send supplies to the rebels, we're guaranteed big returns once they rise to power. What do you think? I think it's great. Get the fuck away from me.
A first-rate investment plan
I don't
that will
offer
secure
suggestions.
your family's
I
fortune
merely talk
and
about
put your
lessons
mind
I've
at
learned.
ease.
Ingy. Yes, I've had my overly rash moments. I was still new to the industry at the time, so I latched onto every opportunity I could find, which meant I ran into some peculiar clients. To put it bluntly, he seemed familiar and really annoying. He claimed to have considerable wealth and wanted my help with a comprehensive plan to protect its future value. I spent a lot of time and effort on the proposal only to find out his so-called wealth was a small box of shells. Ridiculous. Yeah, you should learn the product first, I guess.
A first-rate investment
Our
plan
time
that
is
will
precious,
secure your
so
family's
maintaining
fortune and put your
creditworthiness
mind
is
at
crucial.
ease.
How do you see me? She seems more proud of herself than happy. Look above my right eye. Do you see the red birthmark? No. In the past, when someone asked about it, I would joke and say I was punched in the face. Or I'd tell them I was crying. But after being in this line of work for so long, my answer is now, I was marked while still in the womb. But it means I'm predestined to shed many tears in my lifetime. Now that's a professional answer. Some clients are easier to persuade when you share bizarre tidbits like this. If you try to tell them their money will naturally devalue over time, it won't stick in their minds. An unknowable future breeds uncertainty. And uncertainty is how we make money in this profession. Said it before, the trick to
Apologies, but I
predicting the
must
future
verify
isn't
your
accuracy.
assets before I can offer my services.
We can't avoid using numbers. They make our lives so convenient, after all. Look, if you add an extra 0 to the end of your credit total, I bet you'd be more willing to treat yourself to nice things. Add 3 more zeros and you can easily flaunt your personage without lifting a finger. Add 5 more zeros and you might as well be a god to all living beings, existing on a different plane. It's the same convenience that also makes things sad. The memory is hazy now, but a long, long time ago, I would have been excited to find a curiously shaped shell. I'd carefully tuck the shell away in my pocket so I can give it to a friend as a gift later. For the first time I saw the extra 0 at the end of my credit total. The joy I felt was on a whole other level compared to when I found the shell. Which joy is more important? I admit I can't tell the difference anymore. The 0. Definitely the 0. Because then you got more time to look for more shells.
A first-rate investment
Let's
plan
make our
that
greatest
will
system.
secure your
Have you noticed how we always
fortune
use greatest to describe
and
things that
put
have
your
lost its
mind at
significance?
ease.
No. Tell you more about our proposals next time with me. Never, never. I'm out of here. someone's watching you. Their gaze is calm, focused, and devoid of ill intentions. Nevertheless, it makes you feel nervous and uneasy. You look back and stare straight into a pair of inscrutable eyes, sitting upon a metallic face. You're so gorgeous. Thank you? Is this considered harassment? I find myself gorgeous too. Yeah. The strange Intellitron does not seem to care about your response. You cannot tell if he's actually looking at you. Or maybe he's a follower of beauty. What a strange feeling. His gaze is so deep that you feel it seep into your skin, past your flesh, your bones, and into your soul. Silently it searches for your inherent nature, its most abstract and purest form. There is an air of destruction about you, yet you possess the will of the preservation. Both paths are able to maintain a delicate balance despite their convergence. I have seen a similar kind of beauty before, when I gazed upon the body of a pious arbitrator, follower of the equilibrium. Arbitrators. In addition to that, you possess the rhythm of the harmony, like a monochrome shade that has been stained with a dizzying array of enigmatic hues. Such immense beauty indeed. Really want you to be my model. How'd you know? I'm fine with that. I refuse. It's too early for you to reject me just yet. I have a premonition that you will be stained with even more shades of color in the future. These hues will either grant you strength beyond compare, or steer you toward destruction. Who's this guy, Corsair? If such a day ultimately occurs, I hope that you will hurry back to me, so that I can record your incomparable beauty at that moment. Okay. That's a photographer.
The night sky just before the dawn is so beautiful.
You're back. Are you up for a chat? The man does not reply and continues to observe you calmly. However, you know that he is not rejecting your request. Who are you? A photographer. Some call me the Nihility's photographer, but I do not see myself as having walked down the path of nihility. At least, not in the usual sense. I am but a faithful record keeper who captures the moments of beauty. Says remembrance. That are born from the destruction and obliteration of all things. Admires destruction and beauty. Alright. Are you famous? Perhaps, although true beauty does not conform to the masses, there will always be people who are able to understand its meaning. Naturally, fame is meaningless to me, unless it can aid me in acquiring more source material to capture. I'll let you get back to your work. The Intellitron nods silently in response. Perhaps that was his way of bidding farewell?
Each and every moment of beauty.
Can this guy even get angry? Even though you can't place his expression, you instinctively feel a sense of apathy and criticism beneath his calm demeanor, as though you are but an imperfect work in his eyes.
The night sky just before the dawn is so beautiful.
You cannot tell if the Intellitron is actually looking at you. That's all, bye-bye. Strange Intellitron does not respond to your farewell, merely gazes at you as you walk away.
The night sky just before the dawn is so beautiful.
Man, I like this guy. I once encountered someone who was a work of absolute beauty. You heard me right. Precisely one person who was the epitome of beauty. Even though she used to be a member of the Doctors of Chaos, she ultimately became a self-annihilator due to the corrosion of the nihility. I met her near the end of her life. By then she had long since lost her sanity and sank into a mix of delirium and hallucinations. I witnessed how she offered herself to the nihility. She crafted herself into an exquisite puppet and hung in midair, alongside other puppets that had been crafted the exact same way. These puppets were her erstwhile companions and patients once. They all surrounded her, just as they did while she was still alive. I saw roses bloom from their heads, the petals vivid shades of crimson amid the glow of starlight. My lens, my eyes, recorded that moment. From then on, my logic modules have been beset with irreparable errors. They all said I had been corrupted. Perhaps, but this wasn't a bad thing to happen in my eyes. After all, that incident had granted me freedom. Since then, I have been searching for the beauty that I crave from the bottom of my heart. I once visited a gloomy graveyard. Every tombstone in that graveyard was linked to a hinged bell. I rang each bell one by one, wanting to know whether anyone had been prematurely buried. Oh, what? Another time, I explored a completely white swamp. There, any organism that came into contact with the swamp's white mud would gradually turn into a withered and stiff ashen clay sculpture due to the contamination. I've been to too many places. Amidst death and evil, I've discovered limitless opportunity and observed eternal beauty. This is why I record such moments down. With my eyes, with my lens. The evil within. He's not actually referencing the evil within the game, right?
Each and every moment
Care to
of
chat with
beauty
me?
deserves
Because
to
I have played that game, but not to the end. Start shooting. Perhaps his eyes would be brilliantly blue, like the shade of a night sky right before dawn. Or perhaps his clear irises would be full of radiance that reflect the vibrant colors of the dreamscape. However, beneath that bubbly shadow, there is only emptiness.
I heard the Radiant Feldspar is going to be renamed.
Vex Lodger. Got some connections on Pentagon, and I heard the Radiant Feldspar is going to have its name changed. Not just that, I hear its ownership is also going to change. This... Yes, there are indeed rumors about it, but don't you think it's too sudden? Like, it's not very real? Hold on. I can't still be dreaming, can I? I don't understand the logic. How they not know they're dreaming? Well, they think this is real life? Snake window.
Captain's merch. Limited quantities. First come, first served.
Deep breath now. Keep it together. I want to ask. What's up with your name? Oh, we had a large bunch of temps in the past and employee turnover rate was high. Everyone who worked in this position was known as snack vendor to facilitate the handing over procedures. It's just a term of address we use at work. Don't mind it too much. So what's your actual name? Where's the captain's merchandise? There are goods themed around the presiding captain. Examples include 3D puzzles designed after the captain's appearance, captain's autographs, captain's half-body keychains, body dolls, and other knickknacks. I'm the captain. Can't I get them for free? About that. Finance does an inventory check every day. You can check in with them. I'm really sorry, but I don't hold much authority as a mere salesperson. Not any more questions. Okay. On duty here, so just go for me if you need anything else, Captain.
Captain's merch. Limited quantities. First come, first served.
Activate clockwork. Why do some guests have such terribly unrealistic expectation of our store? We're not a restaurant serving private cabins of the airship, nor do we have a chef to serve meals cooked to order. Can't believe they actually complain that our prices are high. They find our merchandise overpriced and impractical. But hello, we're on an airship. Do they think shipping is free? And when has practicality ever been a consideration when purchasing collectibles? Aren't they meant to be souvenirs? Plus, I'm just a lowly snack vendor. Would complaining to me worked? Would I still be working as a salesperson here? These guests are either rich or filthy rich. No one would have expected them to turn into stingy misers when shopping. What a difficult bunch of customers.
Anything you like?
Just a mere salesperson. The customers may be demanding, but I get to meet all kinds of bigwigs at work every day. I guess I'm lucky to be able to work here. Actually, now that we have a new captain, are we going to rename the airship? Looks like Radiant Feldspar is going to be a thing of the past. What will the captain name it, though? I heard they're also going to repaint that airship. Just my luck to be around when they have plans for such rare works. You've got a long future ahead of you. You look pretty young too, with impressive accomplishments at a young age and good looks to boot. Can't help but believe that you'll become someone legendary in the future, Captain. If I'm lucky enough to continue working for you, I may even get the chance to witness a historic moment when it comes. When it happens, I would have made my mark in history too, wouldn't I? The thought alone is enough to excite me. By that time, I'll tell my children, look, you can even find traces of Mum in the history books.
Anything
It's a
you
weird
like?
thing to think about when they're still, children. Anyway, sad. Wonder how long they'll take to process this complaint. Oh no, my rating is fallen again. So my salary this month. It's all because of my procrastination. I should have done it and got it out of the way. I've really gone and shot myself in the foot now. How mortifying. Got chewed out by a customer. If I could turn back time, I wouldn't hesitate to slap myself awake at that exact moment. Will HR fire me if this reaches them? My family's expecting me to help out with our living expenses. What do I do now? What's wrong? Let the captain take your worries away. Huh? Captain, I failed to sort out the previous batch of merchandise in time because I was negligent. A customer received the previous captain's merchandise instead of the snack box they ordered. The customer blew up in rage and lodged a complaint against me for sending them things they did not order, demanding a tenfold compensation. Do you think you'd ask HR not to fire me? I promise this will never ever happen again. Sounds like he's trying to blackmail you. It's only a small issue. You won't be fired. Yeah, it sounds like he's trying to blackmail you. Really? Thank you, Captain. It's a relief to hear that. I'll continue to work hard, Captain. is such a nice person. Yes. Yes.
Please stay tuned.
This will strengthen our position.
Soda pop.
So glad is currently running a campaign. Want some? Oof.
Welcome, esteemed guest, Wolf. So glad it's currently running a promotion. Would you like to get some, Wolf? I want to ask. Ask me anything, Wolf. I'll do my best to answer, as long as I have one, Wolf. Is there any meaning to your name? That's because I was always drinking Soglad in front of our guests. Over time, people form the misconception that dogs can drink Soglad as well, Wolf. I chose this name to prevent such accidents from occurring again, Wolf. Do you have any drinks to recommend? Great question, Wolf. I recommend getting the bottled Soglad. Best if it has been chilled. The flurry of bubbles makes it extra refreshing, Wolf. Can you give me a discount? We're having a promotion now, so it's already at the lowest possible price. I can't lower it any further, Wolf. Well, you can give it to me for free, you son of a bitch. I don't have any more questions. Alright, Wolf. Let's talk another time.
So glad is currently running a campaign. Want some?
Clockwork. You attempt to rouse emotions from soda pop with clockwork, but no matter how much the dial moves, you realize that it remains unfazed. Soda Pop is deeply engrossed in its work, only ever concerned with how it can delight every guest with Soglad. What a good dog. Well-behaved beings with pure minds are a dying breed. Oh, dang it. Samantha? What are you doing here? Oh, a new face. Hi, I'm Samantha. If you want to talk business, I'm all ears, but if it's friendship you're after, I'm afraid that's not on my agenda. Ouch, that's pretty harsh. Not even a bit of chit-chat? Sure, small talk's fine, but long-term connections are a no-go. I'd rather not waste my time and energy on that. Investments and socializing both exhaust me, so if there's nothing important, I'd appreciate some downtime. I want to ask, what kinds of business ventures do they have around here? There's a promising project that's going to shape the future of Pentacony. Unfortunately, it's still under wraps, so I can't divulge any details just yet. But if you have connections within the IPC, especially in key departments, asking around might bring you some exciting deets. Sounds like people are vying to get into your friend list, huh? Possibly. I've been on a few business magazine covers. Work pretty much fills my days, but sometimes I've escaped to the deck to enjoy the views. All by myself. Unfortunately, I can't even manage to get in 5 minutes of alone time to take in the views. Kind of sad, isn't it? Let's just take a picture. Is there anything interesting going on? A while back, a guest required medical attention for overeating. I meant to check out the airship's medical team, but I ended up stumbling upon the load of priceless artworks here. They piqued my interest in art investments. Oh, sorry. I realized that what fascinates me might not be as intriguing to those outside the investment world. I don't have any more questions. Perfect. I'll get some time to myself then. By the way, since we've gotten along so well, let me offer you a piece of free investment advice. Investing won't bring you happiness. It's nothing more than a means. Yes, and the means is to get money.
Investing is just a process, and it won't buy you happiness.
Samantha looks relaxed, yet you notice that her gaze is as sharp as when you first saw her. Trust is the cornerstone of business investment. I can't fathom how these individuals managed to get on board the airship. Don't assume every guest here is a social elite. Trust me, this place attracts a mixed bag. Scammers don't come with labels on their foreheads. Elites? More like lie-spewing con artists. What happened? Do you need any help? Thanks. I didn't lose anything, so I'm fine. If I'd really been scammed, I'd have called the police. But don't stress it. The bloodhounds aren't to be messed with. These days you'll find plenty of self-proclaimed celebrities reciting mantras about how they're successful from TV shows and motivational books. And let me tell you, it's all fake. If someone tells you they're famous, tread carefully. When investing in brick-and-mortar businesses, you can drop by and see their situation for yourself. Both in tangible investments, my advice, be extra cautious.
We can talk business, but save it if you want to make friends.
This is an outright business fraud. I knew it. My instincts are always right. After 3 years, this project finally hit profit, multiplying my investment along with its interest. Too bad for the others who balked at the roadshow back then. I was the only one who bold enough to jump in. Success is always reserved for those who dare to dream big. Over 3 years I've seen their company undergo leadership changes and major business pivots. Yes, they've really been through a challenging journey. Fortunately, they were open to my suggestion. Now I can proudly say that I've never lost on an investment. Oh. Can you invest my money?
Investing is just a process, and
Samantha
it won't buy you
glances at her phone and breaks out into a lasting smile, making you curious about the happy news that she's reading. Now we're back. Seems like my internet just cut out for a sec. Now I have to get back. I don't even think I need to hide that screen, since there's not really anything there. All my initial investments have gone down the drain. Alas, such unfortunate luck. Initial investments. But I thought you don't lose on any investments. To outsiders, investing may just be about pumping in money and reaping the profits. But for me, feelings are also invested. Odd as it may sound, I see investment as akin to raising kids. Okay. They were really promising before this. That's why I had high hopes for them. Who would have expected them to close shop? Looks like the business world is indeed a battleground. And this is just one of its harsh sides. Oh, Samantha, as savvy as an investor as you are, you must come to accept that not all investments yield returns. Of course. I do know that. I'm just not sure how long I'll take to recover from this setback this time. You didn't lose all your money, did you? Anyway, moving on. Not that I really care. Is it just you, Jakob? Jakob?
Feels like there's a
I heard
lot more to this story.
Then tell me it was upstairs. That son of a bitch.
We probably won't get to it.
Dear guest, please wait. Care for some afternoon tea? The Tartalov's signature desserts that most embody the spirit of the harmony. Please allow me, the widely acclaimed musician of delicacies, to present them to you. Get out of the shot. Wait, haven't I seen that guy before? Perhaps you'll think that... What the fu- Perhaps you'll think I'm merely tooting my own horn. Okay, however, in Penacony, the only one who views ingredients as musical notes and is able to weave these notes into a melody is none other than me. For instance, observe this bowl of rice in my hands. Even a slight adjustment in angle will cause it to change in a myriad of ways. For some reason, you think that the mention of rice foreshadows something extremely important. Important? As for the Tartalov's special afternoon tea, it's merely an invitation for the guest to compose the tune along with its chef. Unique and full of surprises, this is the experience that Penacony should offer its esteemed guests. Right now that I've finished preparing the base, you shall decide how it tastes. I like it spicy. What an enthusiastically brave choice. Next, decide which ingredient you'd like to use for the final mixing. No, your ingredients. Strawberry egg tart. Being indecisive when faced with gourmet cuisine is quite understandable. Feel free to take your time. Spicy strawberry, spicy egg tart. That makes no damn sense, but sure. What an unexpected surprise. The climax of a music piece lies in the element of surprise. Naturally, this applies to cooking as well. May I present to you extra spicy gluttonous rice egg tart. Please enjoy. Well, glutinous, not gluttonous. At least you now know where the sense of foreshadowing that you felt before came from. Apart from a portion of rice, it does not seem to have prepared anything else. This dish will be the death of someone, either his or yours. You hastily leave the scene without even bothering to provide an excuse. Huh? This guest just leaves.
What kind of surprise should I add to the guest's
Art
meal?
isn't universal. Some people can appreciate it while others can't. I want to chat with you. Do you know where the word chef comes from? It comes from chef de cuisine, which refers to the head of the kitchen. In short, both a leader and a cook. Even someone who leads the preparation of sacrificial offerings can be considered a specialty chef. I've also heard of a distant planet where the leader of the Imperial Guard is known as the head chef, and their ranks include titles such as Cauldron Major and First Ladle. What? Which is all to say, I've always been very proud of my profession. I think that's referencing something else as well. You could even say I'm the ruler of my own little kingdom when I'm in the kitchen. Don't you agree?
How boring it must be to have a career without any creativity.
Yeah, whatever. Calm down. Even if you don't ask, I know most guests think I'm an oddball. But compared to the friend I met during my apprenticeship, I'm definitely more conservative. Back then, we were trying to create a never-before-seen dish and use it to become famous. At the time, I believed that even if the potential of every ingredient in the universe is finite like musical notes, they hold infinite potential in combinations. As for my friend, he yearned to make a name for himself using exotic ingredients. but he made his match in a seasoned glutton at a banquet one day. Every exotic ingredient he presented from his collection was commonplace in the eyes of the glutton. He came to the realization that day that the only thing a customer has never tasted and will never taste is themselves. Oh boy. I mean, we'll never taste. They taste it all the time. Just lick your tongue. You taste yourself. I'll spare you the details of what happened after that. Suffice to say that he's still alive and he's actually still a chef.
What kind of surprise should I add to the guest
but I
meals?
do get it. To innovate in the culinary arts, my method is the most conservative way. Who was still alive? The glutton? Oh. His friend.
Feels like there's a...
Angry. Every dish must be retro. That has been the trend on board, not just the Tartalov, but the rest of Penacony too. I once met a guest who traveled all the way from distant lands to the dreamscape just so he could get a taste of a traditional dish from home. At first I thought it was just like So Glad, where some of the dish's original ingredients no longer existed thanks to the passage of time. Turns out it was merely because it was a felony in his hometown to consume a rare species like that without first processing it. Had the planet been in the age of ignorance where they still detest the concept of flame, then the dish would hold traditional significance. Yet once they left their ignorance behind, they decided to transform these outdated taboos into a fad instead. I just don't get it. So you want to eat something raw?
How boring it must be to have a career
I don't want to
without any
flaunt my
creativity.
seniority, but in my opinion the retro revival fad in recent years is too superficial. A long time ago, I learned the secret from a conversation between two musicians. Your suffering is the reason for your spectacular performance now. Our professions may be worlds apart, but my cooking also counts as a form of artistic expression. So I think it still fits. I got it. I'll serve my guests with the same striking feeling of forlorn sadness. I'll add a layer of mustard between the chiffon cake and the cream. You can't tell if he's the one feeling sad or if he's trying to make others feel sad. What you do feel, for sure, is you shouldn't stay here for much longer. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Anyway. Let's get out of here. We can now go upstairs. How nice. Oh, very fucking nice. Attorney McGill. Legal advisor.
Time to wake up from the dream. If I don't play.
Is it just Attorney
Excuse me,
McGill?
I was here.
Seems like it. Alright. Let's talk, McGill. Hello. As you can tell, I'm a lawyer. Here on a business trip. I'm sure you already know, but regrettably I cannot discuss my work details under the confines of the IPC's confidentiality agreements. If you wish to talk about something else, though. Talk about burgers. You don't seem to be a native Penaconian. Feel free to come to me if you require legal assistance, as long as it's permissible by the law. Alright, scratch that. You can count on me, even if it's bordering on grey areas. Like my hair? You're a true blue workaholic. Do you even talk about anything else other than work? Yeah, workaholic. Time is money, of course. If you're willing to unconditionally offer me a sum of money, I can switch right into vacation mode. I'm very curious. What case are you working on? I can only say that I'm here to provide legal advice. I'm bound by the IPC's confidentiality agreement, so I'm afraid I can't tell you anything more. Can you tell me a little about your work? My work? You can try asking around, I guess. No matter the case, be it tax evasion or felony defense, there isn't one I won't take up. My expertise, though, lies in cases that seem hopeless. These are cases that other lawyers find torturous, but to me, the greater the challenge, the stronger the testament to my abilities. Are you famous in the legal profession? Oh, you might have heard of me from the other lawyers. I guess I can be considered a seasoned veteran in this field? I've taken on all sorts of strange cases, and every single time my clients walk away satisfied. With the case? Of course, this explains why my consultation fees are a lot higher than other fellow lawyers. What is he actually offering those consultations or sessions? How do you find Penacony? Interesting question. Well, Penacony has a unique charm. All things glamorous are known to have a dark side. Power struggles and secrets behind sweet dreams. Perhaps surging undercurrents is a term that can best describe Penacony. I may not be able to share details of my work trip this time, but I can tell you that it was a rather interesting experience. Let me put it this way. Penacony will soon welcome never-ending business opportunities. At least, the way I see it. I don't have any more questions. Excuse me, but I have some legal matters to see to. Let's talk again sometime.
I regrettably cannot discuss the particulars of my work, but we can talk about
something else. In our line of work, you lose the moment you fail to keep your cool. And by clockwork, lose your cool. You know what? The worst feeling is in the world isn't watching criminals get off scot-free, but seeing your client living their life gripped by fear, becoming no different from a doormat. That's why I've always been reminding my clients to be prepared for any consequence, even if it means having to get their hands dirty. It's a pity my advice doesn't sit well with everyone. With such clients, it's as though I'm fighting against the world. What if it were you? Can you imagine how demoralizing it is when your own client refuses to trust you? I've no say if they're fine with living an oppressed life, when they let everyone walk all over them in a court, a place where they can fight for their own rights. Is there even a point in hiring me? I can never get what they're thinking.
I regrettably cannot discuss the particulars of my work.
Soft in the head.
Talk about something else.
I thought this was nothing more than a remarkable work trip. Who would have expected to learn something so interesting? But for Penacony and its airship to be hiding such intricate secrets, I guess it's a good thing I'm meticulous. I enjoy intellectual challenges like this, but the information I have at hand I'll be able to emerge unscathed no matter how the negotiation turns out. Can you divulge a thing or two? Aren't you worried about the IPC getting back at you? As long as I keep my lips sealed, who's going to know what I know? Don't misunderstand me, I'm not trying to blackmail the IPC. I just enjoy the revelation I get when I discover what tricks people have up their sleeves. This reminds me of why I decided to become a lawyer, to seek out the truths in this complicated world and to use them to me and my client's advantage. Do you find that fun too? No.
Apologies, I still have some legal affairs to take care of.
Pentagon is an interesting place indeed. There's valuable information everywhere I go. Way too valuable. There are times when your client is obviously guilty, but you're still required to go all out to represent and defend them. When I first started my job, I couldn't stop asking myself if justice truly exists in this world. Later on, I made it a point to compartmentalize my work and to never get overly invested in it. What else could I do? If I were to stop working, who's going to pay the employees at the law firm? How's my family going to survive? Sadly, talk is cheap. Actually practicing is a whole other business. When clients come to you in tears, you realize most of the ideological struggles you spent all your life being conflicted over are in fact meaningless. Cool story, bruh. Anyway, moving on. Claudia and Louis. Louis. Anyway, let's get out of here. Any emo dolls around this area? Oh yeah, that's me. She's the captain? We do want to meet the captain in person. That's strange. When was this statue placed? I remember this place being empty when I passed by yesterday. What do you know? That's the statue of the captain. It's probably something that was put up recently. She's actually so young. Look at her features, she must be very good looking. I really want to meet the captain in person. Well, I can take a photo with her and get her autograph. Sure. What do you want me to sign? You're making me feel a little embarrassed. Yeah, where do I sign? Wait, butt cheeks? Sign on my phone case. Wait, let's take a photo together first so we can show it off to my friends. Alright. Thank you, Captain. Seeing how majestic your statue looked, I didn't expect you to be so friendly. It's completely unbelievable to me that you're such a cute youngster. My friend doesn't really think before she speaks. Please don't take it to heart. Take what to heart? I'm sorry, I was too excited. Here's some specialties I bought previously. Just take it, Captain. It's a little token of appreciation for bothering you for so long. Nice. Unsolvable cube. God damn it. Can't waste my time with an unsolvable cube.
So you all better get yourselves together.
Thomas, IPC rep. Nothing left to do but read. It's empty. The exhibits. I'm sorry. All our staff have been busy preparing for the Charmony Festival. We haven't been able to finalize the shipping details for the exhibits. I know about this. It's actually quite a big deal. Forget it. Treasures are worth the wait. Then I shall keep waiting. I can only wait. Yeah, we're gonna fill this place up with our shiz. Yeah. Thomas! Hey, would you stop staring at me? You know the bidding needs to follow the IPC's protocol. Business is business after all. Not here for about the bidding. Just passing through.
Oh, my bad. I took you for one of those bosses. Allow me to introduce myself then. I'm Thomas, an IPC employee and manager of my celebrity wife, Erica. The IPC sent me here on a business trip, and I saw it as a perfect opportunity to double it as our honeymoon trip.
Honeymoon?
Are you a guest here as well? Since fate has us crossing paths, feel free to ask me anything. I've done my homework on the Tartalov. The Tartalov.
God damn it. I want to ask, your wife's a celebrity? Is she like a trophy wife, a very young wife?
That's right. She's the special guest in that reality show that's been making its rounds everywhere. I even released an album for her. We went all in for her, going as far as to start an entertainment company with her as the only talent.
Oh my god, it's really doting on her. What did the IPC send you here for?
Everyone on this project's a big shot. Let's keep classified information off limits. Getting escorted out by IPC security isn't exactly something on my bucket list.
Working even during your honeymoon? You're a workaholic, huh?
The IPC had a change of plans, so I came on immediate notice to work on them. Director Topaz actually said to go ahead with my marriage leave, but I figured a vacation anywhere is still a vacation, so why not Penacony? Besides, everything can be found on the Tartalov. It'd be nice to bring Erica here to soak up the grand and beyond luxurious vibe. Who's to say I can't juggle both work and life? Thus, with so many bigwigs here, I might even be able to land her some gigs.
I don't have any more questions.
Alright, talk to you later. There's no helping it. I guess being held in such high regard means the IPC can't function without me. I mean, they think so highly of me, I can only live up to it. Alright, time to get back to work. There's a ton of mail I have to read and respond to.
The bidding is all done
What's
according
there to worry
procedure.
about? Even if the
No funny
Skyforce, the
business.
director will hold it up.
Alright.
Some rich kids try to talk deals with me without going into my cut of the earnings? That's just ridiculous. How can there be fools like that? Trading is all about mutual benefits. They don't even think to pay me, and they hope to get themselves a deal? Don't give it that young people don't buy this crap. We older folks aren't buying it either. To heck with that impartial and ethical facade. Want to beg me? They can line up to kiss my wife's behind.
Why are your wife's behind? That's a bit weird.
If they don't get the ways of the world, they're not cut out for business. I've dropped plenty of hints and they still haven't caught on. Don't blame me for being ruthless then.
The bidding
All or nothing.
is all done according to procedure. No funny business.
An idiot who doesn't even understand the principles behind making deals. What's right? What right do they have to strut in front of me? This airship is far more luxurious than I anticipated. No wonder Penacony is such a popular vacation spot. Bringing Erica along was definitely the right move, especially when I got to save a ton of money.
Isn't that a bit cheap of you? Won't Erica take issue with this?
You don't understand. I make the decisions in my family. Since the IPC sent me on a business trip, my career takes priority. Life is like a huge chessboard where, if there's profit to be made, anyone can be a pawn. Do you see why I picked Erica as my wife now?
You picked?
She's a simple-minded nobody from a humble family. but going on reality shows brought her reputation. Her ticket to fame and fortune. Music, albums, and the whatnot are just frivolous add-ons to her portfolio. Some might think I'm cutting corners, but I'm just efficiently utilizing resources. How could I squander the trust and opportunity the RPC has given me? Thomas winks at you, and then a thought flits through his mind, elusive and fleeting. Huh, I really enjoy chatting with smart folks like you.
I originally
What's the
wanted to
idea?
go on a honeymoon.
The RPC sending
IPC's
me on
plans
this
were
business
more
trip is a clear recognition of my value. Yes. There's a saying at work. The strategic investment department only recognizes credits, not efforts. The older I get, the more that hits home. Before I just worked hard and climbed the ladder without a second thought. Even though there was only so much I could do. But now that I'm older, some things are no longer within my reach. I'm putting in more effort, but getting recognized for a lot less. That's why I'm more focused on my other job. No, it's just that Eric is a big spender. So I'm not sure if I can make enough with her company before I retire. In this world, you have to keep making money to move forward and survive. It's sad to think my life is nearing its end and I might never get to hold the title of director. So unfair how people end up leading such different lives. He still leads a pretty good life. Just not satisfied, I guess. Richard. Anything in here? No. Alright.
What services do you require?
Erika. Oh, there she is. Good dang. He did give himself a trophy wife, but not trophy enough, I'm afraid. Trophy, but not enough trophy. Hey, Erika. Hey, I noticed you've been eyeing me for a little while now. Yep, you thought right. I'm the special guest from that reality show. Who? You've recognized me, haven't you? I really can't do anything about you fans. Who are you in? Never heard of you. Aren't you a little too into yourself? Where's the third option? I want to be a super fan. Yes, I'm your super fan. So many fans and paparazzi on my tail. Who's to say you're not one of them? Especially after marrying Thomas. You can't even imagine the swarm of reporters at our wedding. The cameras and flashes almost made the blue hour feel like midday. That's why I assumed I wouldn't get a moment's peace, even on my honeymoon. But since it's just a misunderstanding, it's all good. Very curious. Who's Thomas? Is he a big deal? He's right over there. I just talked to him. Thomas is my husband. We just got married. He works in the International Peace Corporation, mixing it up all the time with some high flyers and leading a few important projects. It sounds like he even knows Director Topaz personally. I guess he's pretty well connected. Thomas is a little older than me. A little, but to land someone of my fame, he definitely holds his own. Okay. Tell me about your time on the airship. The airship? Oh, it's practically my second home. Really? Think top tier parties. Everything you need at your fingertips. The elites from every field imaginable. You never know which big shots you'll bump into around the corner. But they all fawn over my beauty or fame. What can I say? I'm simply destined to live under the spotlight. Alright? Who's more famous? You or Robin? I'll admit, Miss Robin is more famous than I am. My niche singing is electronic dance music, and all the appearances I make in reality shows are in reality shows. So it doesn't make much sense to compare us. They work in different fields. We're both famous in our own ways, I suppose. Oh, come on. Are you a kid? Quit making this into a popularity contest. What really matters is using your fame to make money. That's her bottom line, huh? It was a great chatting with you, sweetie. How do you like my dress? It's a limited edition piece. Jealous?
Very much so.
Enough teasing. Catch you later. Got another party to hit. All the other guests are totally gonna go gaga over my limited edition gown.
Well, actually, I've seen that quite a few times, actually.
This piece that I'm wearing is a limited edition. Jealous?
For me, being on screen and off is only about switching into different roles. Everything works out once I get accustomed to it.
Alright, let's see. Maybe Angie.
Believe it or not, some people think I'm actually a dumb trophy wife. They constantly try to belittle me, calling me a gold digger.
I mean...
It's just stupid. Absurd even. I can't believe some folks actually think they're born above everyone else. That silly idea of being superior by birth should just be laid to rest with them. These days, popularity is everything. Huh. I'm just doing my performance for Thomas, and they have the nerve to think I'm a simpleton? Just wait until I get Thomas's money. I'll have them learn that underestimating me, Erica, will be their gravest error they've ever made.
Oh boy.
This piece that I'm wearing is a limited edition.
I can't
Jealous?
stand those pretentious so-called elites. Ugh. You'll never guess this, but 5 years ago I was just a convenience store clerk. Fast forward to today, I'm aboard the title of mingling with social elites. Of course, people only notice my glamorous appearances at social events and the mad buzz I create in the news. They're clueless about the rehearsals I have to do for these absurd moments just so I can get on the headlines. I'm not bothered by the name calling because I've still got followers. That means there's money to be made. So, being smart, gorgeous, and shameless woman that I am, it only makes sense I'm rolling in dough.
I'm a special guest on that reality show.
My life's on the upswing with each passing day.
Alright. What do you have to be sad about, though? That you married Thomas?
I hadn't noticed you long before you came over to chat. You feel different from everyone else here on the airship. There's a sense of detachment about you, as if there's a glass pane separating us, even when we're talking face to face. I understand how you feel. We're both outsiders here, struggling to find our footing. Sometimes I wonder, even if my outfit fits right in with all these luxurious decor, will anyone remember me after the lights go out? I'm scared to imagine the day I no longer enjoy the glitz and glamour, when I'm just the bare me, forgotten by time and everyone else. You're afraid of losing your popularity, aren't you? All dreams, however sweet, have to end at some point. You're astute. Be it fame or this idea of high society, they're nothing but a fleeting dream. A dream of being caught up for so long in that even the spotlights begin to bedazzle me. So much so that I've lost sight of my real purpose here. Thanks for helping me remember who I really am.
An assassin. Eternal endurance. Alright, Richard. You know what? Maybe before I do this... I'll be right back. Yes.
Alright, I'm back. Alright, Richard. Richard Head. Hello. You notice that the facial expression of the man in front of you changes every so often, despite his constant silence, as though he is thinking deeply about something. I look bewildered. Yes. Huh? Fine. In that case, I'll do as you wish. You cannot fathom exactly what message he has interpreted from your expression. In truth, since you met him, the both of you have only communicated via your eyebrows. You've seen it as well. Despite its name, you can't really call this a ship, since it doesn't really require any sailors. Repair the ship's hull. There are more convenient and better ways of doing that. Respond to enemy attacks, but death won't delay the inevitable by much. And besides, nobody has the courage to do that. As for why I'm standing here, we're supposed to be on board a luxury passenger ship. How could there be no sailors at all? This experience is so unrealistic. Only things that are worth doing will be worthwhile to do, even if they're terribly done. However, you can clearly see that the situation at hand is the exact opposite of the aforementioned scenario. In spite of all that, regardless of how we live our lives, we'll always reach the end one day. What the fuck are you talking about? My plan is close to fruition. Why haven't you resigned yet? Well, it's true that I don't like to stand here very much. You still can't ask these sorts of questions. Aboard the ship, people come and go all the time, bring with them tales of the outside world. You have perhaps heard of the Nameless, who measure the world in terms of stars. They traverse the cosmos and embark on their own adventures. Or perhaps you've heard of the obscure sage, who managed to retrieve some sort of mysterious secret from a place that no one else have been able to reach. By doing so, he gained the ability to live his life in reverse, against the normal flow of time. Life in reverse, oh dang. Or maybe you've heard of an unsuccessful adventurer. While she never accomplished much in her lifetime, she still became the first person to step foot on a planet that had been reclaimed by nature. The ascent of the planet was fought over by the gods, and protected by 3 bronze statues wielding spears. Each of these statues was larger than the planet itself. That sounds like the Law Fu. However, I'm not like any of them. I'm just a normal person. This is the reason why I haven't resigned yet.
What are the memory zone depths like?
Regardless of how bizarre and fantastical an unofficial dreamscape can be, one will ultimately grow tired of it. Truth be told, the topics of their discussions are all strange hobbies that have occurred before on this ship, and nothing to get irritated over. But I've just remembered today that there is one fellow, a singular guy. The first time I met him, he was about to throw hands with several pepper sheep. not my crewmates. Anything that even resembled a pocket on his person was stuffed full of fresh flowers. He later told me that the flowers were rather valuable because they had been plucked from various planets and preserved using a special method. Rhyme? Apart from that, he was no different from your average wanderer. I really cannot fathom how he was able to come here. By his own account, he had been drifting between the stars in search for hope. As for exactly how he was doing so, each time he met a child, he would give the flowers that he had collected to them and observe their smiles in return. That was how his conflict with the pepper she arose.
He was adamant that the pepper she accept his gift and wouldn't take no for an answer. His explanation at that time was, as long as children are still able to smile upon seeing the flowers, it would mean that regardless of how this world changes, it is still worth saving, and there is hope of it being saved. And why are you angry? Armed with such a ridiculous notion, he departed his homeland and wandered from planet to planet, encountering many difficulties along the way. He seems to have noticed your confused gaze. Indeed, the situation that he is describing does not seem to be one that is worth getting exasperated over. Yeah. Perhaps you realize that I'm actually just mad at myself. Of course. That man is driven by such an absurd reason, yet I have chosen to stay here all this time. Why?
What are the memory zone depths like?
You know the only people able to come here are esteemed guests, and knowing incidents still happen every day. You're like you. I don't know what happened in the depths of the memory zone. I can't believe that someone is actually recruiting people who are associated with it. They even overlooked the elites of the 5 lineages and chose to use some lower class. I mean, some dust-covered pearls instead. All these years, even though I seem diligent on the surface, I've actually been arranging my preparations in private. You already know this. Yes, I could tell. Well, apart from her diligence. I've been waiting for an opportunity to disappear into thin air. When my close colleagues hear of me one day, they'll suddenly realize that, that listless fellow? He was the one who experienced countless dangers in his treacherous memory zone, managed to survive and even discovered some extraordinary phenomenon? I couldn't tell that he was capable of such things. And now I think my dreams might finally come true.
What are the memory zone depths
Don't you realize that staying here and remaining as a sailor has its benefits? You don't have to look at me like that. It's just that I've encountered a spot of bad luck recently. I've always been a restless person. I always wanted to leave this place and see other sights. However, despite my thorough preparation, I've never actually departed before. He gazed at you for a long while before speaking again. Everyone has experienced such moments before. Moments when they wish to reveal their true self and hold nothing back. People might even want to let loose once in a while. Well, this place affords a lot of opportunities. As people come and go, I keep telling them that I'm still preparing to depart. Well, my ambitions are sky high. It's not yet time to act on them. However, could it be that I'm just using this as an excuse to conceal the fact that I'm just a terrible excuse of a sailor? As long as I never actually take the first step, then nobody will be able to judge me. I seem to have said too much. Yes. Now stay a sailor and stand in that spot. It'd be nice to actually get paid just to stand around doing nothing. Many people would kill to have this job. He is getting paid, right? Lester,
just like the golden years.
Pleasure to meet you.
Is it just Lester here?
think so. There's Deborah. There's Daff. Let's look to Lester first then. These are the last 3. And then I'll finish all the email dials. Then I'm gonna do Realm of the Strange. Actually, I was just covering up corrosion. Stellar Shimmer, I already done that. Origami, done that. Nope. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Alright, I would have done everything. Mr. Lester, are you free tonight? I wish to invite you to. Oh. Apologies. Beautiful lady, I've already made plans for tonight. Well then, how about tomorrow night? Exuberant teenage girl. He's busy tomorrow night too, old lady. Why don't you give it a rest? Mr. Lester doesn't like women like you. If you're lonely, why don't you try that mister? You two look like a good match. Oh boy. Let's not involve others in our personal squabbles, shall we? This lady's impropriety is troubling indeed. How about a drink somewhere quieter, Mr. Lester? Man, is this Lester guy is so famous that all 3 of them are doting on him? Apologies. I'm allergic to alcohol. What? Hey, what did you say, mister? Who's the impolite one around here, I wonder? Everybody, please calm down. Just as this man named Lester is about to reach his wit's end, his communicator suddenly begins to ring. I see. Alright. I'll deal with it as soon as possible. Apologies. There are some things I need to take care of at present. But I've had a great time talking to all of you. We'll meet again, if destiny permits. After some hesitation, the rest of the assembled crowd take their leave. Motley of expressions on their faces, Lester sighs deeply as he gazes at the receding figures. Ugh, they've all left. I must thank you for helping me out again, Claudia. Claudia? Was she at the front of the ship? You've boarded the ship as well. When did you... Alright. In that case, look after your second eldest brother. And try to find out more information from him. Not a problem. I've also brought the new collector's edition that you wanted. Right. Thank you for your help. Hello.
Maybe it's time to plan a family trip.
Greetings, beautiful lady. It's a pleasure to meet you. Are you up for a chat? Apologies. I'm currently... Oh, you must be the new owner of this ship. Is anything the matter? Who are you? Have you heard of the Rice family before? It's fine if you haven't, after all. No, I haven't. After all, we are but a small family that manages a real estate business, that's all. As the current family head, I manage the family's assets as part of my day-to-day work. Having said that, I've heard that you are a member of the Nameless, am I right? I happen to be a title holder of several asteroids. They are mainly used for vacationing, due to the beautiful scenery and pleasant climate afforded there. If you are to pass them by on your future travels, be sure to visit them, so I can show you some hospitality of my own. You must be really popular. Not at all. I'm ashamed to say that the farce that happened just now reoccurs on a rather frequent basis. I've pretty much gotten used to it. Apart from my reputation being impacted somewhat, such issues have never affected me in other ways. However, please allow me to make a small correction. I've never toyed with another person's feelings. Not to brag, but I do believe that I am an honest and upright person. Man, what a brag. I'll let you get back to your work. Alright, nice chatting with you.
What excuse should I use this time?
8 o'clock clockwork. Sometimes I can't help but wonder, are social interactions truly necessary? The evolution of such a complicated and tedious communication system on top of merely expressing one's basic demands. Perhaps humans view this as the progress of civilization and the abundance of culture. Yet I find such a system truly grating. People carefully pave the way for tactful probing, concealing their goals and disguising their rhetoric. But to what end? While they may get what they desire most of the time, truth be told, when compared to the futile effort spent on achieving their objectives, such losses do outweigh the gains. Am I right? Please excuse my lack of manners, but could you leave me be for a while?
Maybe it's time to plan a family trip.
The man silently gazes outside, the chilly surface of the window's glass reflecting his stiff smile. I remember that the manuscript which Claudia wants is at that auction. Huh? This statue. Didn't Louis just recently critique its sculptor? In that case, I'll add the moment of dust to the itinerary. Seems that the moment of soul is not a bad option as well. A museum and a library. The two little ones should be quite willing to pass the time there. Or perhaps the moment of oasis would be a good option as well, since we haven't picnicked for so long. Basking in the sun and relaxing once in a while sounds like a good idea. On that day I'll hire a bubble hound. I recall that Louis loved playing holodisc when he was young. Apart from that, how about a restaurant? Or the Grand Theater? O'Clock Studios theme park? Or forget it. They won't like these places since they're so ordinary. Alright, that photographer who follows the path of nihility told me that he would be holding a personal exhibition soon. Maybe I'll be able to ask him about it later. Oh, it's I've forgotten the name.
Maybe it's time to plan a
Since
family
it's
trip.
such a rare opportunity, I must come up with a detailed plan. Occasionally I'll have some strange dreams. Once I dreamed that I was slowly sinking into a bog, my whole mouth filled with the taste of rust. Another time I dreamed that I was lying in a narrow coffin that had been buried deep underground, without any bell to ring. My mother is a gorgeous lady. She's intelligent, elegant, independent, and uninhibited. After raising me as a gentleman, she abandoned me in pursuit of her own freedom. Oh. Alright. Even though we are not related by blood. Oh. I love my siblings. Oh. And they love me too. We trust each other and help one another out wherever we can. But there will always be a gap between us. My mother once taught me that there can
be no mutual understanding between people. Even to this day, I am deeply convinced by her words. Perhaps this is the reason why I dislike Penacony. My dreams are always full of chaos and loneliness, not like the life that I've lived thus far. As for the artificially designed sweet dream, it merely forces people together in a feeble attempt to create the illusion of bliss and happiness. I understand this is a fantasy, just as I am inherently aware of my own hypocrisy. So when people gather together, apparently they become happy? I don't think that's a very good dream, if you ask me. Who put this here? Let's talk to Daff. Hey, Daff. To be honest, I'm only concocting drinks to make ends meet. Please forgive me if it doesn't taste good. What are you muttering about? Should you really be saying this at work? I'm really sorry. I just got into drink smithing and now I'm good enough. Now I'm rehearsing my apologies. Didn't I talk to you before? In case I slip up and serve badly mixed drinks to the customers. I didn't notice you were there. Was I too loud? I'm sorry. I'll pay more attention next time. Are your skills that bad? I've trained for half a year before my mentor said I'm ready to work on my own. Guess I can craft drinks. I may not have trained for long, but I do know the basics. They used to be the bassist of a band, so it's no sweat entertaining them. It's just, I've never been anywhere near, this bougie. Much less worked at one. I can't help getting the jitters. Tell me about your band. Nothing much to talk about really. Our band isn't popular and does our music sell? Everyone in the band's so strapped for cash that they had to stretch out their meals. My music wasn't going anywhere those years and you could pull in money to release albums, record tracks and whatnot. Surely I'm better off here missing streams. Should talk about something else. I'm getting paid for this, after all. How are you doing? Drinksmith staff's at your service. Pretty certain that I talked to this guy before. Want to ask? Ask away. I'm free at the moment, so I'm all ears if you want to chat. As long as you don't tell on me. So tell me about your story. Story? I ain't got no story. Just an average bassist of a small band. A nobody band with mediocre music that wasn't making any money. So I left for another job. I previously applied to be a musician at the Radiant Feldspar, but they didn't even take a second glance at my resume. Then I met someone who found my hands dexterous enough to craft drinks. So here I am, working on the airship. Are you unhappy with your current job? Huh? Why do you sound like my boss all of a sudden? It's because I am. No, I'm not exactly unhappy. I guess I just don't know what to feel. I mean, look, I want to be the airship's resident musician, but I end up as a drinksmith here. Have you thought of going into a new job? No, I haven't. You know, I realized mixing drinks is a whole new way of looking at art. My sense of rhythm and dexterous fingers come together differently when crafting drinks. Maybe this is music's blessing for me. But when our guitarist said, my cocktail shakers resound a lot better than my bass, boy, I almost went into a stroke. I've thought it through now. Pride doesn't pay the bills, so what's a little mindless when I'm earning my keep? I don't have any more questions. Alright, talk to you later then. I should get back to work too. I figured it out. At my age, being penniless and with no talent to boot, a path in music probably isn't meant to be. I'm better off jumping ship early. He's on a ship.
To be honest, I only became a drinksmith here to
Daff
make a
moves
living.
effortlessly with his shaker, as though part of an orchestrated dance, making everything else in the surrounding fade into oblivion.
What you got? Pretty sure I have these, yeah.
To be honest, I only became a...
Let's gotta stop breaking shit. It's flooding in here because of the ice machine's down again. Now I have to mop the floor after crafting this drink. Am I really a drinksmith or a cleaner? The feet's numb from standing all day and my fingers get wrinkly from being in contact with water. But hey, I'm supposed to ignore the cold and pain and greet everyone with a smile on my face. What have I done, really, to be subjected to this torture called work? I was meant to dazzle on stage, but here I am, trapped. I now know that having to work is punishment in itself. When can I be free from this misery? Right.
Stop messing around with music.
I've had
Change
enough.
careers while you still
Why do the
can.
orders keep coming? Give me my drink. With a smile on it. Mixing drinks and playing the bass are no different. I work the magic with my hands. What truly makes me happy is the glow of satisfaction on the faces after tasting my drinks. That's all the approval these dexterous digits of mine need. The guy that ordered it... Wait a minute. Satisfaction on the faces after tasting my drinks. Okay. The guy that ordered a drink a while ago? What's his name? Jack. He seemed to be the CEO of a record label. Will he give me a good cut if I sign with him? I quite enjoy this life now. Get a place to stay, free meals, a salary, and even tips to boot. Where else can I find such a good job? Yeah, it's actually a pretty good job. Best life is indeed a simple and mundane one.
To be honest, I only became a drinksmith.
Gareth wears a
here to make
smile on his
living.
face, no matter how busy his work gets. How nice. Well, pucker up. It's time to work. Overtime. Unpaid. I feel like an utter loser in life. I've lived half my life without accomplishing anything. To be honest, I already had a hunch several years back. I knew I'd continue wasting my life away. I've played in a band for over a decade, and I full well how my compositions fare. Don't jump into the music bandwagon when you obviously lack the talent. That music critic was bang on. My family berated me plenty too. I couldn't even afford to get them gifts for years. I even had to ask them for a living allowance every now and then. Would I have led a better life if I went to a new job sooner? It's all my fault. How was I so stubborn? But you can work and pursue your interests. It's never too late as long as you put your mind to it. You have a point. Deep down, I know that too. I was the happiest during my first year in the band. I can't bring myself to close that chapter in my past just like that. Hey, Deborah. 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 She has clearly noticed your gaze, shyness flickering in her eyes, but after a brief pause, she proceeds to make a request in a less than perfect polished tone, similar to the one she uses at work. Could I please have a chartreuse? The one made with 143 herbs. She lets out a deep sigh, her shoulders finally relaxing, but almost immediately as if recalling something, she reflectively tenses up again to speak. Her voice strained and her breathing evidently uneven. No, honey, please. Actually, I'm not the waiter. But why is your voice like that? actually how I talk. Never mind. I can't ever seem to fake it right. She takes a deep breath, and her facade of toughness, covering up an imminent collapse, immediately vanishes. I'm sorry. It's my first time traveling alone. This is all a bit new to me. The family said I should act more seasoned out there to avoid being exploited. That seems unnecessary now, right? Everyone here probably has some fancy status, but you seem genuinely nice. Get to work. I guess? Yes, I am a nice person. They gave me a medal of good citizenship. Who knows? Maybe I'm a fugitive. Yeah. Huh? You... She looks frightened and becomes quiet, as if she's trying to convince herself that the earlier conversation never happened. I want to chat with you. Hello? What should I call you? Senior? Guess I'll go Senior. What brought you to Penacony? You seem distressed. What's on your mind? What brought you to Penacony? It's a long story. I'm just an ordinary employee at the IPC. An entry-level staff member, based on an outpost in a remote planet. Considering my finances, living in Penacony is out of reach, not to mention boarding the title off. The only reason I'm able to travel now is that I won the grand prize at our department's annual party. It's an ultra-luxurious solo travel package spanning 14 planets. The prize all my colleagues had their eye on. Oh. Winning such a luxurious grand prize is incredibly rare. I never imagined I'd be the lucky one. When I claimed the grand prize I'd won, I was disappointed to realize it wasn't as I had envisioned.
The world is so big.
Even though I'm
I should
only
really
halfway
take my
through
time
my
to
trip,
explore it.
I'm already deeply concerned about my work. It's about the luxury travel package I won. Didn't occur to me back then. I thought I'd surely enjoy the vacation to the fullest if I were to win the grand prize, but it's only now that I realize luxury can be overwhelming and daunting. Although the IPC takes care of most expenses, the cost of living on the planets featured in the package is somewhat alarming. Let's not even talk about Penacony. When I was at my previous stop, the Mada Beach Resort, almost had to shell out my entire savings just to ride the subway. Her voice quivers, teetering on the brink of tears. Traditional project department even sent me a message to check if it was a fraudulent transaction. So I'm not going anywhere else now.
The world is so big.
Should have walked.
I should really take my time to explore it.
You know what? I shouldn't be sitting here and doing nothing. I mean, I can't be whiling away the time when this luxurious vacation comb is already bleeding me dry. I need to really capitalize on this opportunity. Since trips like this aren't affordable to most, live streaming it could be something novel. Who knows, if I'm lucky, I might even become famous after this journey. But then again, it seems to be a bit outdated now. My favorite streamer, Gwynifan, does outdoor supernatural adventures and she's really popular. I guess content like that is what's in trend now? Are there any other streamers actually? Oh, sorry, be right back. Also, I'm just a broke girl. Those who watch luxury travel channels are probably drawn in by the opulence. I don't have the funds to splurge, much less flaunt them on camera. Well, how about starting a live commerce channel with this stream? Maybe I can sell a ginormous 14 planet specialty deluxe pack? No, that doesn't quite hit the mark. I'll have to think harder. Capitalize on it. You're part of the IPC.
The world is so big.
That's
I
right.
should really take
Calm
my
down
time
and
to
take a moment to
explore it.
consider how to make the most out of this opportunity. Nothing terrible has happened, but I feel unusually frustrated. Could this be what they call angry for no reason? I get it. I must have messed it up again. I've always been this way. I'm not smart and my efforts never seem to pay off. Even when I do get a bit of luck, I somehow manage to always spoil it for myself. Deborah, oh Deborah, you're really not good for anything.
The world is so big, I should really take my time to explore it.
Even in the limited space, her vision pierces through barriers, reaching far into the depths of her memories. Soon a smile forms on her lips. Now that I think about it, I've been too naive. The slim chances of snagging the grand prize made me feel that I should squeeze every drop out of the vacation. My obsession has turned this hard-won trip into a mental burden instead. As someone once put it, we set out to the orchard for apples, but we return with day filled with nature, speckled sunshine, and cherished moments. Even things like being ripped off for souvenirs or getting lost in high-tech planetary subways are valuable experiences. These fun moments may just be the true purpose of traveling. Happiness is uplifting to see, yet honestly, it's a hard truth that not all experiences in life are joyful.
It's my first
Alright,
time
instead of
coming
beating
to
myself
a place
up
like
over it,
this.
I might as well lighten up and enjoy the trip. Enjoy now, bish. Not sure if my concerns are justified, but being away from work for this long, I can't help feeling a bit anxious. I don't mean that I'm very important, rather, because I'm replaceable. I can't disappear for too long. My boss sees that my absence makes no difference. I'm done for. Uh-oh. I truly hope that doesn't come to pass. That's true. Anyway, I think that's it for the emo dials. Damn it, not that one. What I want to do now? I could go back to the parlor car and read some books. Because that's the extent of it. I don't have anything else in Star Rail anymore. Actually, when's the next thing? Let's see. Should be pretty close, right? 1, 2... a third stream. There'll be a new patch. What's this? Hello, Emiko.
Something the matter?
Why is it Cascade? I need more questions. What is this? Note left by Gallagher. To the new generation of nameless. By the time you read this, I'll likely have gone to where Mikhail went. Thank you for everything you have contributed to Penacony. It's a pity that I won't be able to witness its rebirth with my own eyes. But your unwavering determination gives me confidence in the future of the planet of festivities.
Also, please say sorry to my naughty pet, Sleepy, on my behalf. It suffers from severe separation anxiety, and it must feel terribly lonely without me. Please release it into the memory zone, because that's where a meme truly belongs. Life and death are merely parts of the fiction on the road of enigmata, just like farewells and reunions. I wish you the very best in your future journey. As for me, it's time to depart. Enclosed is a gift for you. To the imperfect tomorrow, Gallagher. Page of past dreams. A boy's graffiti. The strokes are immature, yet time has not worn down the imagery of old dreams even a bit. His faithful companion has put in a lot of effort for this. Too bad I can't enlarge it. Seems like a boat with Mikhail and Is that the Mirror Princess? Clocky? I think that's all I see. There's also a bluebird, I think. Or multiple bluebirds. Huh. Oh well, let's release the thingy. Oh, what are you doing here?
The feeling of relaxation is so nice. Ever since I stepped into the spotlight, I have especially treasured peaceful moments like this.
Feel free to come here to relax. Forget all your worries and sorrows for now.
Thank you. I hope the next time I come, I won't disturb anyone. From this angle, I can see a brilliant river of stars. It's mesmerizing. When I was younger, I didn't know what weariness was. Even at night, I was restless. I'd always drag my brother along to count the stars. The more stars I counted, the more energetic I got. Whenever that happened, my brother would hum a lullaby for me. Halfway through the song, I would already be asleep.
Oh, it's his move that puts you to sleep.
Days of youth.
He used his move on her.
But those shining memories are gifts of growing up, and they deserve to be treasured forever.
Nice. She does talk about her brother quite a bit. Yes, she misses him. Anyway. What the hell is this? Am I gonna put it up? Investigate. You recall the location Pom Pom mentioned. According to Pom Pom's plan, you're sure that the television should be placed here. Alright, the television. I forgot all about that. You decide to place the television. You put down the television you worked so hard to carry over. After studying it carefully, you connect it to the power source. There's a power source? Astro Express Night Live. Morphin Time, Hanu. Can actually be Hanu here? Oh. Try to Lord. Try to raise their noise. You know suspect they notice you, but how? You don't understand, just like how you don't understand how trotters can cross dimensions. You try to communicate with the trotter, but all they do is snort aloofly a few times. The trotter pays you no attention. Doesn't this only happen in dreams? Am I dreaming right now? Straight into Dan Heng's room like a big shot on patrol. Liu Hanunu dignity weighs too heavily based on experiences. His knees have been too stiffened to be able to jump. Now you can hardly believe your eyes. Has achieved a small step into the stage, you're a giant leap worthy of Pentaconian history books. This bed, strictly speaking, it's a bedroll on the floor.
You feel like this where you previously looked down. Right now, as you gaze into the shimmering waves of the floor, you feel like you're drifting into the ocean surface and suddenly feel dizzy. When VDR gets seasick, you find it hard to contain your curiosity. Maybe you can ask Dunhung later. This is Dunhung's bush show when you're not busy. Trying to march 7th room while the big show on patrol. It's not reflecting me. Unable to see yourself clearly in the full-length mirror, you feel extra disappointed. Why? Because you saw Pom Pom's outfit hanging by the mirror just now and you were dying to try it out. On Hanunu. Hanu. Gading. As you climb up, can you climb up and have a look? I'll be itches to try, but your innate sense of ethics stops you. What ethics? When can we let it go in? So it's like you're trying to open it but won't budge, no matter how much you call out for somebody to open it. You grunt sadly. So it's like you try to open it won't budge, no matter how you grunt sadly. Well, so where's my cabin? It's been, was it 1.5 years? Where's my cabin? Bearing in mind your current identity at all times by the Hanu story. Undauntable, untouchable, unbeatable. You attempt to explore all the uncharted territories. However, you're too far away from the television, the signal's fading. You vaguely see the exit button in the title of Hanu's adventure, so you won't be able to move any further ahead. What a waste of my time. I have to walk all the way back. Doesn't Hanu have a vehicle? A spheroid? Let me drive the spheroid. What a waste of time. Alright, is there anything new in the database? No. Alright. Let's get a bookshelf. Nothing new here. We're going back to the Shinto, so maybe I'll discover some more books. There's so many books here. Notes. Notes seem pretty short, right? Records made by a broker regarding contents of dream bubbles they previously collected and then sold to Dr. Edward. Shit! Just like always, I'm on the way to the moment of daybreak to look for new, never before seen dreamscapes to restore and see if they pique Dr. Edward's interest. The moment of daybreak has never let me down, so I have absolute confidence that I won't return empty-handed. People here are as busy as they say. They walk with their heads down all the time. The idea of looking up at the skies never once occurred to them, but that's also why their dreams are the most enchanting. And rightly so, because it's only when one is narrating something they don't understand through words and imagery that they are the most romantic. And then again, I haven't even reached my destination, yet I've already had a fair number of interesting discoveries. I had a customer that boarded the Radiant Feldspar from Blue Hour, and she sold me a dream bubble about pirates. Then there she was a pirate with a tragic past who embarked on adventure after adventure on the Seven Seas. Obviously, a theme like that has become painfully trite today. But what's fascinating here is the protagonist's background. Unlike many, she doesn't have a line of destiny on her palm. This led her to carve out destiny for herself with her blade after she grew up. This was what prompted me to buy the dream bubble from her. I'll need to polish it a bit before I head to Dr. Edwards, though. It's missing some emotional story elements, so it probably won't appeal much to youngsters. Alright. Also met a weirdo who self-professed director while I was on the ship. Well, he seemed like he had more than a few screws loose in the head. The dreams he told me were certainly worthy of collection. In this dream bubble, the protagonist carries around with him a huge conch of unknown origin all the time, filled with a substance known as water of beginnings. No matter how harsh the environment, a single drop is always enough to birth life on the entire planet. Seemingly on some sort of sacred mission, he is constantly on the move, spreading seeds of life to every corner of the universe. Abundance. Every so often, to refill his conch, he returns to the source of the water of beginnings, primordial seawater. A place that looks like a gigantic waterfall flowing toward a bottomless abyss. When he sold me the dream bubble, he said, "You'll fall in love with flowing water because of this." In this dream bubble, the protagonist spends long years watching over a wondrous bird cage. Every now and then, birds appear out of thin air in the cage, and all the protagonist needs to do is inquire as to their destinations. Only then can they open the cage and let the birds fly free into the sky. Their destinations are a disorderly mix of places so incredible that one can hardly believe what they're hearing. I think these are the sky cranes. In a particular case, before taking flight, one of the birds even claimed they would fly into fiery flames at the birth of the world. When he sold me the dream bubble, he said, "You fall in love with the skies because of this." In this dream bubble, the protagonist strolls along fields stretched far beyond what the eye can see, picking flower after flower along the way. Yet unlike your ordinary flowers, these blooms are not only nothing like what you've ever seen, but also nothing like what you think you'll ever see. Rumor has it that the self-professed director made the executive decision to rouse the dreamer as he feared that they would inadvertently learn of the universe's secrets at the end of the fields. When he sold me the dream bubble, he said, "You fall in love with the land because of this." As for the last dream bubble from him, it was sealed tightly with utmost care, making it impossible for prying eyes to even glimpse the content without some painstaking efforts. I'm still undecided about whether I should open it. After all, when he sold me the dream bubble, he said, "Never open this. You must learn to love the unknown." Alright. I'm not sure what the hell that was, but whatever. There to be sent. This can't be long, right? Oh, shit! Dear Miss Nunn, I'm so happy to have received your letter. First, I must say that you surprised me. I may be somewhat famous, but my readers much prefer reading my Night Fever adventure series. Yet not only did you enjoy my rather immature ghost stories, you're able to perfectly capture the hidden meanings and emotions I tried to convey. I'll be frank, nothing would bring me more joy than this. It may be strange to open up to a stranger, but for some reason, I'm apt to speak freely when I write to you. It's just as you surmised. I'm obsessed with observing how terror and despair leave marks on the human psyche. I'm intoxicated by the breathtaking beauty of once vibrant life withering away like a wilting flower. It's not a hobby I can speak of in regular company, but I have no intention of hiding it from you. And you're right, I've been in Penacony for a while. I originally came here to resolve a personal matter. As a fellow loyal fan of Mr. Edgar, I'm sure you also understand my initial disdain for this artificial dreamland and its pale imitation of reality. Yet when I finally arrived in Penacony, I found myself increasingly drawn to the dreamscape's dazzling splendor, and thus I remained here till now. I've chatted with people on the streets and reaped a wealth of information beyond what my dozens of bookshelves at home offered me. I've learned of local customs from thousands of planets and numerous bizarre ghost stories from different corners of the universe. Of course, the most fascinating subject is still the dreamscape itself. Here I'll share with you the results of my investigations. The first thing that caught my attention were stories about a magnetic monster. It said that it can take away the souls of humans while they're dreaming. The bodies of its victims would enter a state of dormancy in reality, unable to be awakened. By the time I started my investigation, there were already many such cases in Penacony. According to a Dreamweaver, the victims who were suddenly abducted were taken from different dreamscape moments, were of different races, and had different behavior patterns. However, I believe there's a logic to the meme's behavior. Another point worth noting is most of the witnesses have their memories related to the cases erased by the family. Thus, I have reason to believe that the monster is related to the family. At the very least, the family must know of its existence and may have already taken or are taking measures to deal with it. Not long after that, I lost contact with that Dreamweaver, and at some point the cases suddenly happened a lot less frequently, and I couldn't gather any more useful information. However, soon after that, two incidents would become a turning point for my investigation. The first is the emergence of an urban legend involving a strange dream ticker and a corrupted tape. It describes a peculiar nightmare and a scribbled note that insists the family's beautiful dream was nothing but a lie and conspiracy. I looked into this incident and finally found more information from an eyewitness. The second is another Dreamweaver's analysis on the structure of the dreamscape. According to him, the sweet dream only take up a small portion of Penacony's dreamscape. The rest of it is an undeveloped, chaotic wasteland. He also said the process of constructing the artificial dreamland tends to give birth to highly concentrated and extremely dangerous small-scale nightmares. They tend to attach to the borders of the sweet dream and are used to collect and destroy negative emotions. While the family always insists that the sweet dream is safe, the insistence only ever applies to the sweet dream. Once I combine these two clues, my conclusions, or rather speculations, are as follows. First, the urban legend about tickers is likely related to these artificial nightmares. Second, the memes likely come from nightmares, or from a much deeper layer known as the primordial dreamscape. Personally, I think the latter is more likely to be true. I'll continue my investigation, but the clues I can now find are too scarce. I fear I won't be able to make much progress. Regardless, I'm satisfied with my results so far. I decided to use this as the theme of my next novel. She can help provide me with some fascinating insights. Looking forward to your reply. Yours truly, Claudia.
Is Claudia and Louis?
It must be.
That little girl? Anyway. Moment of scorched sand. I gotta go there and free the meme.
You little bitch, it's time to go home.
An invisible barrier parted you from dormancy. Scars before for calling Gallagher.
Go home! I don't know how to make it go home.
Anyway. What a waste of time that was.
I'm gonna go back to my parlor car. And I'll end it here actually. Dang it. Wasting my time. I'm trying to chuck my hat, but I can't. Now, Genti. Sing me praises, alright.
We meet again, Cascade. Thank you for the invitation. Please allow me to praise your sincere and compassionate soul.
How familiar. Please allow me to praise your noble character.
Looks like we understand each other.
Why is he never voiced?
Remember that night of hallucinations? In this very familiar car, the ugly giant sting solidified our friendship.
Of course I remember. I even remember the plant. We shall meet again. A driller's beauty is peerless.
An act of pure beauty. It appears you have been completely converted by the good name of a driller, the Beauty. I once witnessed your dauntless courage and tenacious will. The gates of the Knights of Beauty are always open to you.
So where do I get that cool drip? The feeling of boarding the express and seeing everyone again is simply indescribable. Cascade, my dear friend, please allow me to extend my sincere greetings to the express in a way that only a knight can. Oh. How did you express? Wait, whatever. Anyway, that'll have to do. Let's check my mail. Nothing here. Oh my god, how much jade? Anyway. Achievos. There we go. There we go. What's this new? What's new? Oh, fucking hell. Strange door in the VIP lounge at the hotel in reality and learn about this story. VIP lounge in reality. Alright, I'll look for that. There's a strange doll here.
It's still early. Where to now?
Us people from Planet Screwloop never brag. Penacony is full of living legends.
One peach soul glad, shaken, not stirred.
Why isn't there a sugar-free soul glad option?
Is there a doll here somewhere? I think you said that there'll be a doll around. But I don't think I see a doll around here. Oh, dang it. So many TVs. What is this? Zenless? Not a doll here. Moving on. Doll. Hello, doll.
Hey,
where the doll at? If I can't find her, then I'll just end it.
I'm sure I put it in my pocket.
Where's the doll at?
Still got so much stuff to do at the office.
Balloon? I'm not after the balloon, I'm after the doll. There's no doll. Can't be in my room, can it?
Seems the older I get, the harder it is to fall asleep.
No. There's nothing. What the fuck?
One peach soul glad, shaken, not stirred.
Oh. Will there be a pom-pom doll here? This is a pom-pom doll, identical to the pom-pom you see on the Express. But why would it be here? Let's poke it. In the belly. There's a soft and fluffy texture. Almost more endearing and adorable than the conductor themselves, but... Ow! After you give it a good funneling, the doll transforms into a Pepeshi. What? How? No. Cheater! How can you see through my disguise like that? What disguise? So, you're not a doll? I'm a red clay form of Kelsas. My name is No, and that doll form just now was my mimicry. No one has ever seen through my mimicry before. How did you do that? I've always been a genius. You picked a strange place to hide. I just happened to touch you in passing. Yeah, I've always been a genius. Oh, really? No, you must have cheated somehow. Let's try again if you think if you got the skills. I'll transform into something else this time. You stand there and don't move. Strange purpose she left. Can I move now? Not that I was looking for an answer. I'll just look for something out of place, I guess. Wow. An extra drum set. What is this? This is a drum, one of humanity's oldest musical instruments. Though you have no idea what it will be here, you know it will make a great sound when played. Where's my stick? I'll use my baseball bat. Bang the drum with my baseball bat. The drum erupts into a wave of percussion. Everything about this drum, from texture to shape, seems completely normal. You lose yourself in the rhythm and continue banging on the drum. Ow! That hurts! Ow! Under your savage beatings, the drum surrenders and transforms back into its Pepeshi form. Okay, you found me. There's no need to beat me up like that. Anyway, how did you recognize me this time? I have a strong sixth sense. You chose a strange place to hide. I just wanted to bang the drum. Ugh, you're too powerful. I'm really just no match for you. Let's go again. Give me one final chance. This time I'll create the perfect mimicry that you'll never be able to detect. Strange Pepeshi hopped into the distance. Is he just gonna be himself? At the counter? That'll be hilarious.
One peach soul glad, shaken, not stirred.
Or maybe he becomes the doll again, at the same spot. No? Well, I was moving towards this direction, so maybe he moved even further, you know? I do not know the confines of his movement.
Seems the older I get, the harder it is to fall asleep.
Oh, come on. At least face the right way. You open the treasure chest before you, but find nothing inside. You have never seen such a defiant chest. Give it a kick. Stop! Don't hit me anymore! I'll transform back. The chest transformed into a Pepeshi has been completely defeated by your powers of perception. Strange. You managed to see through such a realistic mimicry. You can call me the Galactic Baseballer Detective. When have you ever seen an empty chest? Just wanted to open the chest. It really was quite realistic. Galactic Baseballer Detective. I don't know, this jerk's running a bit dry now, you know?
Really? No wonder you're so amazing at this. Come to think of it, you're the first person I was ever willing to play with me. Does this mean that we're best friends? If you get time, you have to come and play with me again.
Hero. And you, my friend, are your own hero. Magic à PPG. I think that was it. Dreamscape Press. Still missing quite a few. Okay, return to the Room of Chaos in the theater. Room of Order. Comfort the tired Dreamscape repair worker. Hey, Nano. And then the music conductor thinks about the Charmony Festival. I'm missing quite a few, actually. Vacant alleyways of Dreamflux Reef and trace your footsteps of the Dreamflux gang. Iron King. Cans. Not that shit again. Alright, fine. Let's see what the gang has to say. Where was the gang? Wasn't here. It's right here.
It's still early. Where to now?
Maybe the gang has something new to say now. Oh. Hey guys, how's it going? Moving in unison. Oh, she was a bit slow there. Your achievement, I guess. Hands on hips, arms spread, cross arms. I guess I'll do the same. Looks like you're now real familiar with the secret signal. Don't judge us by what we look like now. The Dreamflux gang used to be guardians of this street. There were loads of citizens in Dreamflux Reef back then, so we responded to the call of the Watchmaker and formed a gang on our own to protect the freedom of Dreamflux Reef. Yeah, illusion of choice. Our gang was made up of convicts who had been exiled by the dream world, but the Watchmaker accepted us and helped us find jobs to make a living. Thanks to him, some people opened bakeries, some became waiters, and I became a self-defense teacher. But look at me now. I ain't worthy to call myself a teacher no more. The dream's corrosion of Dreamflux Reef got worse by the day. A short-lived happiness gradually transformed into empty bubbles. Then, the Watchmaker... Well, everyone started leaving as Dreamflux Reef started to fall apart. No customers, no work, no homes. It became a nest of rats relying on extortion to survive. Vagrants like us are all over the place in Dreamflux Reef. Do you think there's anything we can do to save Dreamflux Reef now? You should unify the people first. You should gather your resources first. Yeah, unify the people.
You're right. If we can gather all the residents roaming the city, maybe we can change things around here. You've got a point. We could also use our graffiti to spread our ideals. But how are we gonna get the funds to kick the whole thing off?
Make dream bubbles to earn money. Go to the real world to earn money. Ask the residents for donation.
Steal from the rich to give to the poor. Hell yes. The rich. Buddy, everyone in this area is dirt poor. You could add up the money of everyone on one street and they ain't even gonna match a VIP's wallet. We might need another approach.
Ask the residents for donations.
That's,
Yeah, make dream bubbles to earn money.
Compete with other gangs on the dream bubble market? We've all been to school. If the conditions are right, the stuff we make can probably meet the legal safety standards for sale. After talking to you, I finally know what to do. I'm so grateful. Buddy, not only did you hate us for robbing you, didn't you hate us for robbing you? You even guided us on the right path. Seeing you now, I can see Mr. Watchmaker inside you. Whether you agree or not, from now on, you're gonna be the Dreamflux gang's boss. Boss, boss, boss. Hell yeah. Maybe we can invite them on the Tartalov. Boss, we've been discussing our future plans. We're almost ready to put them into practice. I gotta come by next day? Alright. Now gotta go to the can guy. He would be over here. Yes. No, it's not called Tartalov, it's called the Tartalov. Oh. Mighty King of Cans. I want to turn into an iron can. Now I'm happy to see you, second disciple of the King of Cans. Look at this delightful sight. Humans are discarding various impurities in their lives and devote themselves to the King of Cans. I can feel my body gradually getting nearer to them. My head shall turn into a can lid and my body shall become a can. Are you here to touch the holy body again? There's no need to insert credits now. The god of Iron Can has forgiven my sins and granted all humans the right to touch their holy body. Wait, what? Is he believing his own nonsense?
Are you convinced too? You have improved on your tricks. Oh yeah? I don't believe you.
Yeah, I don't believe you. The King of Cans will not disappear because of your disbelief. They are eternal and will love us forever. Now I realize that it's not me who has chosen this god. I am the chosen one, and this is why I know everything about them.
This guy is right. I witnessed the form of the King of Cans, who rescued me from my lack of inspiration, and my work went through to the editor.
After touching this holy body, I won 3 times in a row in the casino. I now have the money to buy booze again. Maybe you shouldn't buy booze, but whatever. Actually, there's no booze. It's just Soul Glad. Look, the King of Cans heard our praises for them. They are gazing at us.
That is not the King of Cans. All of you are possessed. I am the King of Cans.
That's right. Absurdity. Your appearance is nothing like a can. How could an odd-shaped primate body be compared to the King of Cans' smooth and perfect cylindrical body? My friend, I am very disappointed in you. How can you show such disrespect to our god? Uh-oh, they're all turning against me. But I will not condemn your betrayal of the King of Cans. Your confusion is only temporary. You will eventually pass this trial and return to the arms of our King of Cans. Perhaps you will become a more devout disciple than I am. becoming an excellent iron can, an astounding gold can, or even a powerful trash can. Mighty King of Cans, please turn us into iron cans. Oh, Mighty King of Cans, turn me into an iron can. Okay. What's left? Well, it's not on Dreamflux Reef anymore, and that requires another day. Grand Theater will have to go through these things. Oh. I'll just teleport there. Yeah, I'll complete all Hanu adventures. I've got the TV. Oh. Book. Dancer 1. Oh, I think I just have to go in front of them, then I get it. Dance for the sake of the universe's rhythm. So let's teleport to the other one and see if it's just straight up there. Is it this one? Might be. Yeah, it is. I thought I had to go inside. Dancer 3. Dance for the sake of inner peace. I want to see my characters. I don't actually have a very good selection. Not sure. Give me 5 stars. And also extra one. Planning to level up. But I've run out of money, so I think I have every 4-star there is. Larger shooting stars. What am I missing here? Help the performing Intellitron on the streets of the golden hour. Find Mullock in the hall outside the Platinum guest rooms and restore his missing emotions. Meet the celebrated ace gambler in Aiding Park. Who am I saving for? Probably Mose. Uncomplete quests on Fate's Atlas. I think I completed all the quests. I'm just going after those no collectibles. Fate's Atlas. How do I look at Fate's Atlas again? I can't remember. Fate's Atlas. No, it's not here. Missions? Fate's Atlas, there we go. Checking out. Yeah, I've done it. Done it all. Once Upon a Time in Dreamville. Done it all. Done it all. Mosey's 4-star, even better. Yeah. It seems like I've completed all the Fate's Atlas stuff. Anyway, we'll go to 18 Park, I guess. 18 Park. 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 18 Park.
It's still early. Where to now?
Such a huge capsule machine. Okay, it's not that. Those.
Please do not hit the entertainment facilities.
Where's the Intellitron?
Not enough credits left? Where do I recharge?
Maybe we should get more money.
Grab a bottle of so glad.
Dream's Edge. Yeah, it said he was in Golden Hour. I mean, 18 Park. Or maybe
The one.
he moved elsewhere.
Huh? Why do they only have soul?
On the streets of Golden Hour. Oh.
Once I play my hand, it's a million.
Should be on the main strip. Hey, there's a new. I just knocked this down. Just interrupt the interview. Is it you? Sun Sang. Hello. Thanks to your kindness, I finally reclaimed my freedom. Words will never be enough to describe my gratitude. Now that the contract of subservience is broken, I have nowhere to go. I shall leave the decision of my future in your hands. You should go home with me. I can be in English as well. It's just, there is something that still weighs on my chest. I'm uncertain whether I should tell you. What exactly do you need? You sure got a lot to say. In the place where I was kept, I met many brothers and sisters who had shared my experiences. They had encountered tragedy. Their families had met with misfortune, or they were stricken with illness. Their lives were hard and they struggled to make a living. Don't tell me you want more money. I've been with them for so long. We've become inseparable. I cannot bear to be so far away while I know my companions are suffering in this place. If you are willing to express your endless generosity, perhaps you would also pay for their freedom on their behalf? They are all people who understand the meaning of repaying kindness. Your gesture will not go to waste. I will. I will not. Oh man. I kinda don't want to. But it makes me seem like an asshole. But I don't want to. I'm running out of money. Such a hard decision to make. Fine, I'll do it. The amount that they need to repay is 64,800 credits. Thank you in advance. All shall be cleared. Sorry, I don't have that much money. Yep. Don't have that much money. You must not blame yourself. It was me that should not have made such a rude request. Pretend I never said anything. Before we leave, can I ask you to take me to walk around the dreamscape? I have been here so long now, I am almost a little reluctant to leave. Let's start with the Dream's Edge. You hear that the scenery there is like no other, but it's not open to guests. I'll have to ask you to sneak me in. Do I just teleport there?
That Colleen is always coming up with bizarre ideas.
Benny. Was this guy always here? God dang it. Now I have to do his emo doll. Ugh. Looks like I might need to do one more stream. So I was done with all the emo dolls.
Dream is effortless.
Constructing dreams is something sacred. Dreams are supposed to be.
Miss Claudia's here. A little more to
Where'd she even go?
Guests aren't supposed to be here.
Deeper. That's a bit vague. Hanu's adventure. Ah, over here. Why's she over here? Oh dang, I have to cross the other side. How do I cross again? I think I go over here. Teleport. Need teleport. God dang it. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Oh, staying in shadow. Damn it. Oh my god, that's real deep. Alright, that's golden calyx. Stagnant shadow. Not here. It would be nice if she was actually here. Just near the boss. Has to be on the other side of these monsters then. That's Roman's theme song. Horror? I don't think I've helped him. I'm looking for Sun Sang. She apparently needed to be snuck off into the Dream's Edge. And she's around here somewhere, I'm just not sure where. Maybe. I've done a few quests. Shouldn't be monsters near where she is. What happens if I go this way? Oh, that guy. Yeah, I've already talked to him. When he was injured. Don't know where he is now. Oh, there's nothing here. Where the hell is she? The middle of the moon. Oh, a book. Oh wait, there's another Claudia. Oh. So that's the Claudia that wrote that thing.
You all need to report this to the family.
That's all good. Only I could find out where she went.
Don't go any further.
Actually, you have any clues, Wilson?
The family protects all guests.
Anyone with my attention in the dream? There's no more than the bloodhounds. But they're a bunch of quite special people in the dreamscape. They also require observation targets. Look at such people, you probably know what I'm talking about. I've been suffering shortage of aging too recently, so you know what to do. Not helpful at all, son of a bitch. The ace gambler. Now I'm looking for Sun Sang. I just talked to her on Golden Hour. The girl that I'm back here. My God, where did she go? Yeah. Oh, except there's no H and the first S is an X. You basically pay for her freedom. Maybe she's around here actually.
Constructing dreams is something
But not actually named, I'm not sure.
Constructing dreams is something
Dreams are supposed to be confusing.
To dream is effortless.
The stair?
constructing dreams is something sacred, reflective.
Here.
I thought Miss Claudia's here.
Or Sparkle. Okay, go before. This there. Nope. Alright. This there. Oh. Why is there a note here? You cannot see Sun Sang anywhere. Is this a note that she left you? God damn it. Are you serious? The note says, I thought for a long time and decided not to add to your troubles. From today onwards, I will treasure the hard-won freedom that you have gifted me. I'll stand on my 2 feet. I truly wish you happiness. She's not coming. You should head back. I was looking everywhere for her. I did not expect it to be a note. Oh, god dang it.
It's still early. Where to now?
I don't think I've completed it, or maybe I have. I can't remember. I remember him being injured. That's about it. Oh, there she is. Voyage through peril full moon. Lost in a dream soft glow. Alright, hello. Is there a reason that you have been stopped putting your tracks, dear guest? She's just doing what she was doing before. This song of mine brings you joy. Perhaps you could leave a small tip and I'll... Did she sell herself to actually buy the others' freedoms? Small tip and I'll put in more heart into my performance. You're merely passing the time, there is no problem. You're a free soul, your will not be limited by anyone. Ah, hold up. Why are you back? Do you remember me? Yeah, why are you back? I don't believe I've met you before. She is lying. She merchant.
Recently there's been a storage malfunction with this batch of chips for Intellitrons. We lost all the historical data. Sorry about that. Well, I remember you. You must be the customer who played for the free version of the Rescue Simulation Experience card.
What? Free version? But I actually paid.
How was it? This is our newly launched immersive experience, featuring realistic scenes, freedom of choice, rich interaction, and intelligent and skilled actors. Your perfect immersion is guaranteed indeed.
I don't think she's acting. I mean, she is acting to not know me.
Sure enough, I guessed it. She'd just be acting. Of course. Oh, look at you. You're so into the act. Did you develop some real feelings? Oh dear, don't be. Just think of it as watching a play. You'll have to differentiate between the character in the play and their real self. But that also means you're satisfied with it, right? As long as you like it.
Praise of high morals. Action. The lights are ready, the microphone is set. All that's missing is someone with a good story. Fallen angel.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it's an actual, well, that she doesn't remember me. I believe that she does, and she's just trying not to remember. Is it this guy? Ferdinand. Compulsive hoarder. No, it's the other guy. Oro or whatever.
Everything you want, we have it all.
Yeah, I can imagine. Talk to Ferdinand.
It is not a good thing
technology
for technology to advance too quickly.
Ah, do you know this ace gambler? Yeah, Oro was my old friend. He was in Penacony recently. Why? Did you meet him? He gave me this. You hand the metal fragment over. Evidently, the old man in front of you is familiar with this object. He runs the part through his hands repeatedly as he lets out a sigh as long as the amber error itself. Oro is a great judge of character. It is fortunate that he held onto this fragment and went to watch the gamble as promised. Otherwise, he would have lost. Look, the tip is completely hollow, with minuscule transmitters inside. The reason that Oro could play that random item machine and win every time is all thanks to this. He was able to control which pattern he received from a distance. So he was cheating. Of course, the family is not so easy to trick, so he gave this to you to look after. As long as you went to watch the game, he will be able to seize victory and win the gamble to the death with the family. He spent a long time preparing for that day. Man, he just used me to cheat. Did he get what he wanted in the end? Where is he now? I have not heard any news of Oro for a while. After the gamble ended on that day, he disappeared from the dreamscape completely. No one knows where he went. No one knows if he is even still alive. Probably not. Even if he did win the gamble, it does not mean that the family admitted defeat. There were many things going on behind the scenes. Oro knew this all too well. However, he had no choice if he wanted to get back the things they had taken from him. This is all I know. As for this fragment, he gave it to you, so you should keep it safe. Don't mention anything about him to anyone again. It will only cause you trouble. It's rare to meet a friend of his. Take this gift. It's nothing of value, but it has a lot of meaning. Ace Gambler's precious part. Don't frown all day, put a smile on that face. Part given to you by intelligent guest knows that Ace Gambler is said to contain a miniature transmitter that manipulates the outcome of the capsule machine, but is no longer functional. No signal. Do you know what skin effect is? Look it up. Every gambler has their excuses. Alright, I think that'll do for me today. I will do another stream. The usual time slots. And I'll get every single one of these stickers. Yes. All the emo dials, or everything. It'll all be done. Alright, yeah. Thanks for joining the stream, but now I've gotta go. So peach.